Planning and Development Authority for things done in good way. So, why are you not, we willing to be in under judicial review? Like whatever you do under the act can't be charged in court. So,
There is misrepresentation. I just want to explain to you. Yes, I will. But the way how you interpret is something different. I will just tell you. Like suppose in Lakshadweep, we have integrated island management plan. So for each island there are plans, but there is no part for implementation. How to implement it? So this integrated island management plan was notified in the year 2017. It was notified by the Environment Ministry, and that time so it was done under the guidance of the Supreme Court. So for each island there is integrated island management plan, and in that it is clearly written, clearly mentioned how to do development, but the implementation part is not there. So we come up with this Lakshadweep, Development Authority. If you see it, in Lakshadweep, we have building bylaws, but we didn't implement it properly. So it's just like an upgraded version of that building bylaws. So we want to do it like in a professional manner, in a planned manner. Like if you see Chandigarh, there is a proper system. Now many places in the country also, they started in a proper holistic manner. So to start proper development in Lakshadweep, we don't want to do for the sake of development. We want to do it holistically, because these islands are exotic. See, I told you repeatedly, everyone is free to say whatever they want to say. But if it doesn't reflect the reality, then that person or someone else may have some vested interest. We are not concerned about that. What I want is there must be no misinformation campaign against Lakshadweep, because of which those staffs, those officials who are working full time for the development of Lakshadweep should not be disturbed. Peace, yes, we remain peaceful. Lakshadweep is peaceful, but that is not enough. We need development. And there are certain procedures. Integrated island management plan is there. We cannot touch that. That's the basic foundation. And if you see, for each project in Lakshadweep, there is a requirement for CRZ clearance, because these are coastal areas. There is a requirement for CRZ clearance. Do you think it is easy to get CRZ clearance or environmental clearance? There is a long procedure. Proper study is required. So whatever we do, yes, it should be environmentally sustainable. Yes, and we should see the larger interest so that we can develop these islands. Tomorrow these islands can become Maldives. See, it's not just about that. The idea is important. Like in many islands, I will give you example. Minicoy Island, population is around 12,000. But if you see the villages, the road, at a time only one vehicle can fly. This road was constructed in 1950s, 60s. But if you see the beach roads in Minicoy, it's almost 6 meters, 7 meters. In few islands we have beach roads. So of the standards of national highway or state highways. So wherever is feasible, we will do it. Wherever it is not feasible, we will not do it. See, that is why I told you, for a proper planning and for proper development, we need an authority that can decide professionally, not just at the whims and fancies. So we want to do it professionally. That's why we need this authority. Yes.
There is a person with 2 children. On the day of your law coming into act, if he decides to have one more child, would he be able to conduct an election?
Right now he has 2.
No, right now. Not right now. After he passes it,
yes.
If he has 2 children and he decides to have one more child, would he be able to run an election?
No.
So you're going to vote that law in Lakshadweep?
See, now it is at the draft stage. We have received so many comments. Now it is under consideration. So it is at the initial stage. But whenever we want to do something for Lakshadweep, it should be progressive. If you see in Lakshadweep, even the total fertility rate. Yes.
Aren't you questioning their right to conduct an election? Isn't it undemocratic?
No, it's not about that. It's
saying that you can't run an election with your 2 child.
No. This is a progressive legislation. This is a progressive intent. Whatever we want. In Lakshadweep also, if you see, Majority of the population, if you see in a family, they have only 2 kids. Majority of the family. So it's just an encouragement for them to have a proper family planning, to have small family, so that the requirement or the conditions that we wanted to promote remains the same.
Sir, in India, one of the state of that kind of law, and why actually won't implement that law? Maybe
See,
outside state.
it's not just about that. We want to develop Lakshadweep as a model union territory, as a model place.
Between development and that, how do you connect all that thing in development?
See,
Usually it is rationing. Like for controlling population, you say that if you have only one child, we will give you something. Here you are saying that we will punish you. You can't run in elections.
no. See, no. Now it is different, because see, this is not going to apply retrospectively. This is not going to apply retrospectively. When it is deemed fit, when it is required, we will do that, and this will go a long way in empowering women of the islands.
You
Yes.
said that Russia the speaker behind all this malicious scam against Lakshadweep. Could you name all speakers? Just saying that there are some Russian speakers. Could you name them? Or one of the speakers?
Please repeat that question again.
You said that there are Russian the speaker behind all this campaign against Lakshadweep. Could you name? Who are the speakers? Could you name them?
See, that is not my job. I don't want to name them. Everyone knows them. So, whatever, if someone is telling the fact with the details, there is no issue with that. Everyone has the right to that. But if someone is having vested interest and start a misinformation campaign against the administration, that is not the right thing to do. That is what I want to inform. Or that is what I am telling you. If it is based on facts and figures, like suppose positivity, even COVID management, you take any parameter, compare with Cochin or any place for that matter. You take any parameter and see for yourself. And see, there is no guarantee that Lakshadweep should remain COVID-free all the time. We have to see various things about their livelihood activities, requirement of the fishermen, about requirement of the manjus, requirement of the flight operations. So we need to see various aspects. It's not just about livelihood. At some point of time, we have to strike a balance between life and livelihood activities. So it's just about that management. It's just about, effective management of the place, considering the local conditions. See, yes, it may be, yes, there was a case. There was, yes. I don't know the exact figures, but there was a case against those, yes. They have protested, but they have done it illegally. See, yes. See, I don't know about the details of those who were arrested, but there was a case who did illegally. Obviously, we have to take action as per the due course of law.
Regarding this COVID thing, many people calling from Lakshadweep are saying that there are huge cases in the and there are 25 victims from dying. So are you covering up something that you're saying that it's only below 9%, below 10% is the PPR?
See, I just want to tell you, in Lakshadweep, you cannot hide any information. You cannot hide any information in Lakshadweep. These are small places. They are educated. Everyone is aware. And we don't have any interest in, hiding any information. So suppose, if we say 26 deaths, that's the maximum total number of deaths that happen in the islands. That happens in the islands.
Almost all political parties except BJP are up against your government, your administration. They are not buying your argument. Why all these political parties are not supporting you? Why they are taking strikes against you?
See, that is what I told you very frequently, very repeatedly. It is their choice. They can protest. That is their right. I cannot prevent them. But what we want from our side is, we want to share our intentions, we want to share our objectives, and what we do in Lakshadweep, we wanted to share to the whole world. That is what I am interested in.
They are people's representatives, they represent the people, not the people here. They represent the sentiments of the people. Why can't you understand that?
See, we understand the sentiments of the people. we work for the people, we work for the public interest. It's not about that. You see the issues.
Sir, do you know Malayalam? Can you speak in Malayalam?
No, yes, you can interpret, and I don't speak Malayalam.
And in your team, I think none of the people know Malayalam. That is a main problem in Lakshadweep. Because many of the Lakshadweep people are saying that they don't understand what you're saying.
I just want to tell you,
How do you communicate with them?
I will tell you, like we in Lakshadweep, all the offices, majority of the offices are from the islands. Majority of the offices are from the islands. Even in my office, we have an IS probationer all throughout. She is my assistant collector. She is from Kerala. So whenever we receive any information, it is translated immediately. So we have that system. Like suppose what is in the Malayalam news. So immediately we will get the content, get translated, and we take actions.
Sir, about this Gunda Act, the one opposition that they are saying that they won't be able to protest because you can consider it as something which will affect the public law and order, and you can raise the detention for 1 week. So when the law creates such a situation where people can't protest,
See, if that is the truth, by now we would have arrested so many people who are doing this misinformation campaign, online protest. It's not about that. It's not about, no. I'm not telling that. What I'm saying is, whatever is as per the law, suppose they can do peaceful protest. There is no issue with that. Anyone can do that. Even this, against the revision of this SOP, in all islands, in various islands, they did the protest, but they did it peacefully, with proper permission. Then we have no issue with that. They can protest against us. That's their right. Now also they can do that. But they should do it peacefully. They should take proper permission, if at all. Like suppose, if COVID SOP is in place, 500 people cannot come, and protest immediately. That is against the SOP. So what I am saying is, if they want to do protest, they can do peacefully. We have no issue with that. But if someone is doing,
you are not defining what the crime is. You are just saying that anything which is suspected to be against the public order, you can take action. And you can't even challenge it in court. So only you can beat it as you can't even go to the court, etc. But how is it democratic, sir?
I told,
Simple question. Like if I actually think that I can do a crime, you can keep me in detention for 1 week.
nahi, just I want to ask you a very simple question. Please don't assume that the administration is there to punish or to suppress the local residents. We work for the welfare of the locals, for the local residents. We work for public interest. So we are the first stakeholder to do positively whatever is possible from our side for them. So whenever we want to do it, we have to do it as per the law. Due process of law must be followed. Procedure established by law must be followed. Then we will do that. And one more thing. And when we are going to apply this for anti-social activities, that should be considered as an exception. Why should we assume that we will apply all the time? The administration will be running after this. No, it's not our intention. That is not our objective. Our objective is to maintain peaceful law and order in the islands. We want to maintain in the days to come, despite all the developmental activities that we plan for the islands. When these islands are developed, at the same time, we should not compromise. There should not be an iota of confusion as far as, this legality is concerned. That's why we want to place a system in place, as and when required. And when we want to use it, ideally we have to use it properly. We will use it.
Why can't it be under judicial review? Is what I'm asking. You can do that. Why can't it be under judicial review?
See, now we are considering all comments, suggestions, recommendations. Now is at the initial stage. This is a policy decision of the administration. But at the same time, there is a system for revision. There is a system for updation. So that's a separate issue. So please don't assume that we have already implemented everything. So it's just the initial stage. We are open for comments. We are open for suggestions. We will improve ourselves also. So even for this press briefing, if you see, our intention is to clear the doubts.
But despite all these huge protests over the last few days, why administration keeps silence? Why he keeps mum?
It's not keeping mum. Many, if you see the allegations, we want to respond with all the details. We want to do it professionally, not for the sake of opposition. whatever we have data, we wanted to share to all the stakeholders. So to prepare it, especially during COVID management, when everyone is involved, so it takes certain time to come up with all these details to clear the doubts of so many people who are having concerns for the islands of Lakshadweep.
But the allegations against him only, isn't it? And everyone says that he is the mastermind behind all these SOPs, the voice SOPs.
See, I told you, I explained with you in details. You take any example, SOP, Smart City, for Development Authority, Water Bilas projects, all these projects for the last 2-3 years, this have been a matter of discussions. Even suppose, prevention of antisocial activities, it was notified in January. It was not done just 1 week before. It was not done just 1 week before or 10 days before. It was notified in January, seeking public comments. But why people are making so much noise now only?
But earlier, even earlier, the timeline ended in 19, we keep producing laws and people will protest. That is what we are bringing in the 4 months.
See, that is what I have been telling you. It's not just about one legislation or one regulation. Some people having vested interest, they have been doing this all throughout. They have been doing this all throughout. Now, that is why I am giving the facts and figures from the side of administration.
Can you repeat the crime statistics again? Last year, 2020.
I will give you the exact details. I will give you the exact details.
That we saw some visuals from Kavarapalli where you were destroying the fisherman's fishing and all. That was for the night where they were all in their house because of the COVID protocol. So what is that? Like how you justify that? Because many of the fishermen were crying on that because of that.
This is for information for everyone. There is a regulation, there is a rule to deal with illegal encroachments. There is a rule. So if you see that procedure, we followed A to Z, 100% in letter and spirit. This process was started for the last 6 months to remove illegal encroachment. I will give you a simple example. Like suppose in Kavarapalli Island. In Kavarapalli Island, we have around 150 active boats, fishing boats. 150 active fishing boats. Before 10 years, we used to have around 800, 900. Now only 150 fishing boats. But the whole beach areas, almost 3 kilometers, it was occupied by them. We have no issue with that. We have no issue with that. They use it like their private property. They keep everything. They use it, but they don't maintain it. But now, the requirement of the local population, like suppose in Kavarapalli itself, there are other local residents. They don't have a stretch of land on the beach area. So what we decide is, we want to develop, we want to plan it properly. For the last so many years, we didn't plan. We have discussed with all the fishermen community, we have discussed with all the stakeholders. We said, one side we will designate for the fishermen community, one side local population can come and use the place for evening, for any other purpose. And whatever we do, that was regard to some fishing sets, and we have done as per the procedure. We have done as per the procedure, and we don't misuse it.
If you destroy all this, then you have to relocate the fishermen to the platform of Lakshadweep. So they don't have any place to keep all this. So you will do that and you destroy it like completely. Like they were in the home, like during the COVID.
See, that fishing boats, they were temporary structures. Many fishing boats, they were not using those fishing sets for the last so many years. Now we have designated a place. We are going to develop the area. We are going to develop the island. They are also aware of that. And if you see, if you ask local residents of Kavarapalli, at least 95% will support the decision of the administration because we do as per the procedure. We have convinced them. But when something of that kind happens, yes, there will be emotions attached to that.
Is there any restriction for local media?
There is no restriction for local media. Everyone is free nowadays. Social media, everyone is free to do that. There is no restriction.
For the Lakshadweep diary or something, did you ban them? Like, restricted them to information and broadcasting and something?
For a diary,
Lakshadweep diary is an online portal. Online portal basically Lakshadweep is called Lakshadweep diary or something.
Okay.
I am restricted that.
Let me check that.
So is there any media ban in there? Or it can come in before?
See, we have this DD, we have Lakshadweep Times, and many correspondents are there from various news media. So for you also, once the condition improves, we will invite you. We will love to host you in Lakshadweep in the islands.
Regarding this destroy also, there is a thing that actually people are saying that we destroyed all these things only because of the Cost Prohibition Act. That is you consider, not what people are engrossed in that. You consider only the Cost Prohibition.
No. It's not about that. Even if they say this Coast Guard, regulation, actual regulation is Lakshadweep Land Revenue Regulation. There is a proper regulation for us. There is a proper rule under that how to deal with the illegal encroachments. So we do as per that procedure.
You only when people are working in tourism, there only those temporary employees are lead or any other departments also you are leading people.
See, it's not just about that. You see the system. For regular employees, there is a system. Contractual employees, there is a system. Casual laborers, there is a system. Additional laborers, there is a system. So system will take care as and when required. We are not doing anything new. As I explained for the tourism department, that were additional laborers. But in few other departments, I don't know the exact figures, but in some departments, these additional laborers, as and when required, we take them. And as and when we don't require, we take out. Because, see, in Lakshadweep, there are enough opportunities for every islander to take part in the livelihood activities as well as in the economic activities. So there are ample opportunities. I will give you a simple example. Even for cleanliness, now we outsource, but 100% are private islanders who is involved in cleaning purpose. So whatever we do for their interests. So this should not be taken into separately that we disengage 193 staffs. It is not about that. If you see that 193 staffs, by now they might have been engaged in one or the other economic activity. So thank you very much.
One last question, are you handovering the Lakshadweep to a Shipping Corporation of India or private?
Now we are seriously considering about the shipping operation in Lakshadweep. We have to see from efficiency point of view, maintenance of point of view. Now it is under consideration. We want some sort of professionalism with increased efficiency in the maintenance of these ships. So we are in touch with Shipping Corporation of India. So initiatives, actions have started taking up in those front also. See, it's not just about that. Whatever we do, we will follow a system. Simply you cannot do it like that. And you should not assume also that is not legally possible. As per the procedure, openly and in a transparent system, we have to do it and we will do it. See, the question, yes, please reframe the question. It's not losing jobs. As I told you, every year we engage them whenever there is tourism. And whenever it is down, we disengage them. I'm talking about additional levels. So it's not losing jobs. That's a regular feature. It happens all throughout the years. Last year also it happened. Every year it happens. So there is no new thing about that. So please don't say it's about... So they will shift to other economic activities like loading activities, unloading activities, cleanliness. There are various economic activities that is happening in the islands. And it is done by them only. So there are ample opportunities. So it is not about losing of jobs. It's just shifting from one occupation to other occupation. So it should not be seen as, we are disengaged, we are firing them. It is not like that. It happens every year. So finally, I just want to conclude. I am really thankful to all of you. And I invite all of you on behalf of Lakshadweep administration to come and see the islands. Whatever we do, whatever we plan, this is for the welfare of the local residents, for the development of Lakshadweep. We want to develop Lakshadweep like Maldives, if not better. I will share you. I will share you the details. I will share you the details, please. So whatever we do. It's not just about it. I told you, I explained past experience, emerging situations, future requirements. Because we are planning so many things for the Lakshadweep. We want to develop this. After 75 years of independence, development was not commensurate with its potential. Why not Lakshadweep become Maldives of India? It is considered as coral's paradise of India. We want to develop that. Yes, peace is essential. We have to maintain. Now also it is peaceful. It will remain peaceful in the days to come. But at the same time, we have to do holistic development of these islands. Those who have certain interests, yes, it is quite obvious they will come out and protest against the administration.
If you compare with Maldives, Maldives is a very big country. 300 kilometers. This is a Turkish coast, if I'm not mistaken. This is very small compared to Maldives.
No. If you see in Maldives, there are hundreds and hundreds of islands. It's not one stretch of land. There are many islands in Maldives of the size of 5 square kilometers, similar to our islands, like Minicoy Island. It is similar to certain islands of Maldives. So we have to plan for each unit, for each island. So it can become. So I just want to conclude. I am really thankful to all of you. Our intention is very clear. Our objective is very clear. We want to develop these islands. The development has been less in the islands as per our expectation, as per the potential. So we want to plan holistically in a planned manner with new direction, with new momentum. So Lakshadweep administration is committed for bringing peace, prosperity and progress in the islands of Lakshadweep, considering the local conditions, considering the local requirements of the local population and considering the larger public interest. Thank you. Jai Hind.